here. It's the holidays. It's just cashmere season. What can I say, chat? I found this beauty in my fucking closet. I didn't even know I had this piece. I'm pretty sure it is the nicest piece I have. I might be a cashmere man now. Look, everybody talking about quarter zips this, quarter zips that. I need me a cashmere sweater. I hope you're having a good day and an even better day now that your boy's here. Hit the follow button. Hit the fucking subscribe. It's free. Let's be real. You know? Hit the notifications if you're really about that life. Because, chat, look, it's a beautiful Sunday. End of the month. End of November. It's insane. It's insane. One more day in November, right? 31st of November, there's 31 days. No, there's only 30 days. What am I? Okay. But November is over. December is here. The holidays are here, bro. If you celebrate Christmas, if you don't celebrate Christmas, whatever it is, it's the jolly season. No matter what religious beliefs you have, Christmas is a very jolly time for most people. I will say that. I will say that respectfully. Out of no religion, no nothing. Christmas is just a jolly time. It's a lot of people just, vibing out with family, hanging out with friends. It just seems like a good time of the year. The weather is kind of cool, especially in Texas. It's getting cold right now. Some places it's snowing, but in Texas it's just cold. That's why I had to get that cashmere out, that cashmere. I really didn't even know about cashmere until like a couple of weeks ago. I didn't really know what type of clothing it was. I just seen, I think this is probably from my grandpa. I really don't know where I got this. So, I'm just flexing my little cashmere sweater. I'm just going to use that word cashmere. It just seems so professional and such a bougie word to use. Cashmere. I don't know. I'm just having fun. I hope y'all's holidays went well. Back to work tomorrow. A couple more weeks and then we're back to, winter vacation for real. I got a couple more weeks of class and I'm fucking taking a break. I was thinking about taking like one of those month courses, but nah, bro. This math class has whooped my ass, bro. I'm really just gonna go ahead and stick with chilling for like a month, bro. I'm gonna take a little bit harder classes next year for real. I have to take fucking Python, actually no, not Python or not Python. Something with encryption. I don't know. It's supposed to be a mathematical class because it was a prerequisite to have algebra for it. But I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie. Why can't they just give us a job and we just learn on the job, right? But if that was the case, half of us would be billionaires by now. Not really. That's not possible. But to those, enjoying the holidays with family, good luck to you. A whole lot of political shit will be popping off at your fucking dinner table. Whole lot of people will genuinely be talking about Trump's, beautiful year here. Because I'm not going to lie, even for Thanksgiving, I had a lot more Trump talk than I thought that would happen at a brown fucking Thanksgiving. Even the Browns are really affected by Trump, really, by the immigration policy, if we're really being honest. But he does give a lot of fucking good content. I will say there is a lot of good content because there was funny things that we were talking about. The fact that he was hitting the shut up little piggy to a fucking reporter. He told the reporter, shut up little piggy. That is a baller level of presidency. That's a level that I don't know if I could even handle. He just said, shut up little piggy. She's probably went home and just cried. She was probably looking in the mirror like, yeah, I've gained a little bit of weight, whatever. But the president of the United States calling you shut up, little piggy. and it's getting clipped up across the US. Now everybody wants to know who Lil Piggy is, bro. It's insanity. Now nobody's gonna wanna be able to, for sure express themselves because they wanna not get hit with the shut up Little Piggy. Somebody might get hit with something a little bit more theatrical than that, because that was a full on theatrics. I don't know what I really want to watch because it was a quick little stream, man. I don't know why the recent couple of weeks, bro, especially since I moved back, I've been kind of not wanting to stream as much. I've been kind of like lacking in the streaming aspect of things. I've been kind of lacking in comedy. It's been like the motivation is there, but it's like not there, you know? It's like, damn, bro, I've been like bombing here and there. Well, a couple of the shows were pretty fun because I did go to Sharks on Friday night. And that was a pretty fun show, I'm not gonna lie. That was a interesting show, but whenever I'm streaming sometimes, you don't have that many people, and then fuck, I'm just vlogging at that point, right? And then whenever you do get to a show, you're out of like yap. So I will say some of the fun stuff that I've done at Shark Show has been kind of getting not boring necessarily, but it's like it's only limited time offer. You can't fuck off and just smack on shit and throw tables around too often. People will not allow you to come to their show. Certain shows I can do that, sure, but I can't make it a ongoing thing. So I've been trying to write a little bit more, trying to, how would you say, brainstorm a little bit more, because I will say I suck at writing. I genuinely suck at writing. I've thought I was a great writer at one point, but then I'm like, this shit sucks. This shit is dog shit. Writing comedy is like riding a bike. When you do get, the balance, and you do get like the right amount of fucked up and the right amount of funny, you get a perfect, stream down the road, whatever you want to call it. It's very fun. But before anybody lets you get on the highway with the bicycle, you have to like fall down, scrape your knee, maybe even low key dislocate a shoulder. So I think I'm at that, level where I'm not on going on the highway yet. I'm on the streets. I'm literally on the streets, um, riding the bike, and I'm trying to get good enough to ride the highway. And the highway would genuinely be like, the fast lane. Literally, you get in the fast lane. That's you making money. Well, actually, getting on the on ramp would be you making money, and then getting on the highway is like you fucking Dave Chappelle now. You're hanging out with Rob Barbosa. You're hanging out with Dave Chappelle. You're hanging out with fucking Andrew Santino. Fucking Akash Singh. I don't know what's going on with that boy. His wife is all over TikTok humiliating him. He's getting, bro, if he's getting a deal out of this, if he ends up fucking getting like $100 million deal just so he gets publicly humiliated first, like there was a humiliation ritual, if we're getting like real conspiratorial. Imagine Akash is dealing with a humiliation ritual, and then right after this he makes the fucking biggest deal in comedy. I'll be like, yeah, he sold his soul. But I don't know, bro. He used to like genuinely love his wife like a lot, but I don't know after watching some of those TikToks how much he hates her. Like, bro, because she's low key like, yeah, I got fucking train ran on me at the fucking frat house. I'm like, yo, what, why are you doing this right now? Like, why are you openly just completely pussy out? Is she supposed to start his own her OnlyFans? Hey, what's good, BHD? You sold your soul, damn, bro. What'd you do, man? You gave them cheeks up to Diddy? You gave them cheeks up to Diddy, bro? Is that what it was? But I feel like nowadays, man, all these comedians need to figure out what type of side chick they got. Um, because of course some of them getting caught lacking with some cases, they get caught lacking with some allegations, but you can also get the cuck allegations like Akash has gotten recently, bro. If he ends up getting the cuck allegations, that's gonna be hard to not talk about when you doing stand up, right? You're gonna have to be like, yeah, my wife was out here talking about getting trains ran on her during her college days. But that's crazy. That hurts my soul, bro. If my like even side bitch came out and told me all those things, like if she's like, yeah, bro, I was getting raw dogged by the whole football team. Even if my side bitch told me that, my chest would cave in. Like, I don't know, bro. Even recently, I've just kind of realized some of these motherfuckers really be really going through the whole stories, and you forget, bro. Women just have it different. They just have it different. There's no way your host stories can match their host stories, bro. It's crazy because like you can fuck 40 bitches and then you could tell her like, hey, I fucked 40 bitches and she hit you with the eye, let two dudes clap. She's gonna hit you with the yeah at the same time. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you got the Eiffel Tower done to you, bro? Like, they hit you with like a fucking backhand, bro. That's the problem. Anytime you get in a new relationship or a new situationship, don't ask her, has she done anything wild, bro? What's the wildest thing you've done? Like, don't do that. It's not good for you, bro. It's really not good for you. It's really gonna hurt you. Like, I think a lot of people forget, man. These hoes ain't loyal. It's not your girl, it's your turn, and that's painful because I just recently dealt with that. I just realized I was in love with a hoe, man. I just realized I was in love with a hoe. Getting ghosted makes you realize these bitches got at least three others in line. As soon as you think like, oh, she might be different. I can change her. I can change her. As soon as you get that mindset popping off, you can really justify a lot of her bullshit, unfortunately. But if that pussy good, it will last for like a little bit, and then you realize she did cheat on you with like four other homeboys and like two of her homegirls because she wanted to taste out the lesbian experience. It happens. It happens to the best of us. That's why I'm wearing cashmere. I'm wearing cashmere because I'm letting them shits go. I'm letting them shits slide. Just, bitch, you can't touch me. You might touch my heart though. No. No matter how much I think anybody says that like, losing like a bad bitch doesn't hurt them, I feel like they're lying to you. Every time, no matter how much like of a red flag she was or whatnot, anytime I lose a bad bitch, I always am like, damn, oh, now she's back to the dog. She's back to the pound town. Her booty hole about to be brown. I think people forget, man. You can get back up once you lose a bad bitch. When you're down in the dumps, when you're low key struggling, when you're low key losing yourself after you realize she just left you. You just gotta find you the ugliest bitch nearby. And just, make that work. I'm just kidding. No, I think you should find yourself. Yeah, in that bitch. But, I genuinely think preach from. Hey, I'm telling you, BD, we're trying to speak from the heart today. I'm really trying to speak from the heart. But no, in general, just keep your head up. Just know she's getting raw dogged 2 in the afternoon. You know she's getting raw dogged 2 in the afternoon. So just keep your head up. Keep moving forward, soldier. Like, just because she not responding to you, she responding to somebody. That's not your girl. It's just your turn, man. I'm just saying, just keep on keeping on. Keep focus on your goals, your aims for next year. Because 2026 is 30 days away, bro. And that's pissing me off. How quickly this year is flying by. This year is genuinely flying by. I still want to do this, that, do. And it's literally the end of the year. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. It's the end of the year already. I always like looking back at it. I like recapping on it. What did I do this year? What have I really, learned this year? And it's been a learning experience. I think 2025 was my year of not getting the belt to ass as bad. You know, 2025 was built to ass year for real. 2026 will be more of like, let's take a step forward. Because like I told y'all, bro, this year I just wanted to come back to like zero, right? I'm like a little bit in the negative. I'm trying to get back to zero. You know, whenever you're in zero, then you can go a little bit further up and it feels completely different, right? So right now, I'm like trying to get back to like that equilibrium by the end of this year. And that equilibrium genuinely just means getting a schedule going, man. I genuinely feel like getting a schedule going. Last couple of weeks since I moved, I've been just I've been just lusting, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been just trying to chase these hoes. I can't lie to you. I've, just been distracted, just doing whatever the fuck I can to not be home, to not be, reminiscing on what I gotta do, planning the day ahead. Cause, if a bad bitch calls, you gotta answer. Not always though. You shouldn't always. That's how you end up getting fucking chlamydia. Don't always do it. Don't always do it. If it's like past midnight, she's hitting up everyone in her phone. If you're the one that answers, bro, I mean, good luck. Wear a condom, protect yourself. Take a firearm with you. It might be a robbery too. Because like I will say, bro, if a bitch is texting or messaging you after 2 a.m., either you're about to get some cheeks or you might get robbed. One or the other. So take both types of protection. For your little Johnny, and then for yourself, let the blicky go as soon as you taste a little bit of funk in the air. I don't know. I feel like times are tough right now for everybody. So I think chasing pussy, really relaxes that time. It makes it smoothly go by. When she put that snail on me, she put that snail on me and I go, you go to sleep a lot easier. When your nuts are drained, pause. You go to bed a lot easier. And I think that's what I've been chasing since I've moved. I've been chasing that, like, fun time, that excitement per se. And that's the type of shit that gets you in love with hoes. Unfortunately, that's what caught me lacking with a hoe. Because when you get caught lacking in like a sad, hole that you are in, or whatever, you're down bad, or whatever you want to call it. A hoe can come by and she can make you feel comfortable for a little while, But you have to understand, it's a hoe at the end of the day. A hoe's gonna do what a hoe's gonna do. She's gonna hoe, So you can't be mad if you get caught up, wrapped up in them, shenanigans. But just know you got to get back up tomorrow. You got to get back up and keep on moving on. So go get you a cold one. Get hydrated. Because look, we're all down bad. We all are. It's fucking No Nut November. Like literally the last day of No Nut November falls on a Sunday. Tomorrow you get up and goon. You keep on keeping on. You get up and goon tomorrow. But get through today. Just no gay porn today, okay? Yeah, that's some of y'all down bad motherfuckers, New Year wish. No more gay porn. I'm playing. But no, I think it's crazy. No Nut November falls on a fucking Sunday. Like, it literally ends on a Sunday. Tomorrow's a new day. How many of you soldiers really gonna get up tomorrow and keep on pushing on? I'm not gonna lie, I failed quite a few times this month. There were some lonely nights. This past month were some lonely nights, some hard nights. I'm talking rock hard. So I had to release. I had to get that sweet pop. So, here we are. Just looking forward to December, the holidays, spending time with family, spending time with loved ones. Maybe we get a few more loved ones. We could get a few more bitches. You get a few more baddies in the back, like a couple more failed talking stages. And that's so funny. I posted a meme about, I can get a couple more failed talking stages back to back, and I already done that. Like, I posted that meme a week ago. But look, chat, I hope y'all enjoy the yap sessions. I hope y'all enjoy the fucking bullshit that I bring. Because, this is like a diary of an open mic comic. And all I can really do is just, give you my perspective and get better at yapping. Because I feel like I sometimes can yap for hours. I can do nonstop conversation. But there are some times that I have nothing to talk about. I have no idea on what category I should be, chatting about, or what topic I should even be chatting about. So that's why, I just go on YouTube and I go find what's going on with all these other motherfuckers, Free movies, the man who made everything on the internet free? Okay, let's find out.
6 Stockholm.
Black
a teenager's bedroom server is about to become the most hunted machine on Earth.
Okay.
That server hosts the Pirate Bay,
racist.
a site responsible for bleeding Hollywood studios of $30 billion, crippling music labels, and making a mockery of international copyright law. 53 armed police officers storm the data center, seizing every server, every cable, every piece of hardware in what should be the death blow. By noon, Swedish prosecutors hold victory press conferences. Hollywood executives toast their win. The world's most notorious piracy empire, used by 25 million people daily, is finally dead. But 72 hours later, the Pirate Bay blinks back online as if nothing happened. Its homepage now mocks them with a pirate ship firing cannonballs at Hollywood's sign. But here's what terrifies every government and corporation watching. The site didn't just survive, it became impossible to kill. They seized every physical server, arrested the founders, and it still came back. If you can't destroy this, you can't.
The internet is unmatched, bro. It's unbeaten. They love that shit, bro. They love
control the internet.
Free
How did
shit.
3 Swedish hackers build something unkillable? And what did they understand that billion-dollar corporations didn't?
People like free shit.
2001. Gottfried Svartholm sits cross-legged on his bedroom floor, watching cables snake.
How do they know they're sitting cross-legged is the real question. How does somebody get that detail?
From a jury-rigged server under his bed. He's 19, shaggy-haired, with a skeptical smile and eyes that light up when discussing cryptography. His online handle is Anakata, a name that will become legend and curse. In 2003, he and 2 allies, Fredrik Tiamo, Nej, and Peter Brokep Sunda, wire together a BitTorrent tracker as a side project for Pirate Byron, an anti-copyright collective operating from a Stockholm warehouse. Their mission is to make file sharing frictionless. No gatekeepers, no apologies, and no tracking logs. Gottfried's home server becomes the beating heart of this experiment. The tracker catches fire faster than any of them predicted. By late 2004, their hobby project has a name, the Pirate Bay, and 40,000 users swapping everything from open source
Bro, I
Linux
remember how
distribution.
much I used to use that website. Well, actually, allegedly. In GTA, I used to use that website. I didn't pirate nothing. I was allegedly, using that as a GTA server.
To Hollywood's latest releases, every torrent downloaded passes through Gottfried's machine. The bandwidth bills start making his parents nervous. Frederick suggests they need commercial hosting fast, so they launch PRQ, a hosting company with one rule: we host anything. We keep 0 logs. While competitors fold under legal pressure, PRQ wears takedown notices like merit badges. The New York Times will later describe them as
what the fuck?
secure, no questions asked operators with considerable expertise in withstanding legal attacks. The translation is basically, bring your lawsuits if you can, we dare you. The dares pile up quickly. In February 2004, DreamWorks attorneys send a cease and desist demanding removal of Shrek 2 torrents. Gottfried's response becomes internet folklore. Sweden is not a state in the United States of America. For your information, no Swedish law is being violated. It is the opinion of us and our lawyers that you are morons. He suggests the Hollywood lawyers perform an anatomically creative act with retractable batons, then signs off, go fuck yourself, polite as usual, Anakata. Instead of cowering.
Polite as usual. Ooh. I'm taking that. Go fuck yourself. Polite as usual.
The Pirate Bay posts the entire exchange on their homepage. The letter goes viral. Traffic to the site triples overnight. Every legal threat becomes free advertising for their outlaw brand. By mid-2005, Pirate Bay is managing traffic that would make most tech startups envious. The site runs on code Gottfried writes mostly alone, including a custom tracker called Hypercube that coordinates file sharing across.
Bro, how are these motherfuckers so smart? I need that, bro. I need that.
Millions of machines simultaneously.
Bro's on the run in his bedroom.
25 million peers worldwide connect through Pirate Bay's infrastructure. Enough traffic to rank among the internet's top 100 sites. The interface stays deliberately bare. A search bar, a pirate ship logo, and an ocean of content. Under that simplicity, Gottfried architects something approaching digital immortality. Every new user makes the network harder to destroy. Every shared file creates redundancy. It's not a website anymore. It's a living organism, growing faster than anyone can regulate it. The Motion Picture Association of America.
I wonder, did they make any money is what I'm trying to wonder, bro. How are they running from this? Like hosting a commercial server, I would assume costs so much money that like
watches this growth with mounting fury. Their lawsuits against individual downloaders aren't working. The real target is the infrastructure making it all possible, and that infrastructure has a home address in Sweden. By early 2006, MPAA lobbyists are working Swedish diplomatic channels, pushing officials to act emails fly between Hollywood and Stockholm. Pressure builds, Swedish authorities, normally hands-off about internet regulation, start feeling heat from across the Atlantic. The government wants this problem gone.
Bro, this feels like an AI video, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, this feels like an AI video because they got like audio in the background of them having a meeting, right? Like
2006. Gottfried's phone vibrates with a warning from a contact inside Sweden's telecom industry. Police are mobilizing. He calls Fredrik. They've war-gamed this scenario for months. Their disaster recovery plan is simple. Database backups sit encrypted on servers in the Netherlands, ready to deploy. If the main infrastructure falls, they'll rebuild Pirate Bay before Swedish TV finishes the evening news.
Ooh, damn, they're fucking swifty with that.
Gottfried has spent 2 years making sure the site's entire existence can fit on a thumb drive and resurrect anywhere with electricity and bandwidth. Now at dawn, that preparation will be tested by 53 armed officers. The raid is coming in hours, but here's what nobody in law enforcement understands yet. They're about to seize hardware while the data, the only thing that matters, is already halfway to Amsterdam. How long will it take police to realize they've captured an empty fortress? And what will Gottfried do when they come for him personally?
The raid.
May 31st, 2006, 5:47 a.m. The first door goes down in Bredäng, a Stockholm suburb where a bandwidth provider houses Pirate Bay's primary servers. Officers move in synchronized teams. 10 locations hit simultaneously. In the server room, metal racks get unplugged mid-operation. Hard drives slide into evidence bags. Technicians in the building stand frozen, hands raised, as police haul out equipment on wheeled dollies. Gottfried Svartholm and Fredrik Nye are cuffed and driven to separate interrogation rooms. By 11 a.m., Swedish television is running breaking news. Notorious piracy website shut down. The police spokesperson tells cameras
that's the thing. The background sounds that they have on is like making it seem like somebody's walking up the stairs to come talk to me or something. I'm like, bro, I can't tell if it's my headphones, the fucking thing, or somebody coming up.
Mantled a major criminal operation.
It's like the overlay of the video and the audio is making it like so AI detect, like it's like AI video or something, bro.
On forums worldwide, panic spreads. In Stockholm, hundreds rally in Mynttorget Square, waving pirate flags and chanting "Free the Bay." It looks like Hollywood scored a clean knockout. The Pirate Bay's URL returns only error messages. MPAA representatives issue statements congratulating Swedish authorities on their decisive action against digital theft. Rights holders calculate lost revenue they believe will now return, but nobody is counting on what happens next. June 2nd, 2006. Just after midnight, whispers circulate. The site is back. Users refresh their browsers. The homepage loads. The pirate ship logo now has a new detail. It's firing cannonballs at a hillside sign labeled Hollywood across the top.
Ooh, he's like spitting on him right now. He's spitting on him.
The galaxy's most resilient BitTorrent site. In the raid's confusion, Gottfried's team had executed their contingency plan flawlessly. They migrated the complete database to servers in Amsterdam, rerouted DNS, and brought everything online in 72 hours. The police seized the hardware, but they couldn't touch the community or the code that actually mattered. Peter Sunde, the site's public face, holds a press conference from his Stockholm apartment. Reporters crowd around his laptop. The downtime wasn't fear, he explains, grinning. We were scaling up
this is like high level, you know,
infrastructure to handle all the new traffic you journalists just sent us. He's not exaggerating. The raid has become the greatest advertising campaign in Pirate Bay history. Traffic explodes, doubling, then tripling pre-raid numbers. The site crashes repeatedly from surge load, not police action. Gottfried and Frederick worked 20-hour shifts, stabilizing servers. Hollywood tried to kill them, and accidentally made them invincible. Behind the scenes, they're hardening the operation for the next assault. Multiple mirror sites go live across Europe and Asia.
This is like, bro, them not having faces is so weird, bro. Like, I mean, I get it. It's like an AI feeling video. I don't know, bro. This is like
code base gets
AI slop, I feel like.
Modularized, designed to deploy on any server in any country within hours. They distribute
riles up my tools. I don't know where I was going with that, but really, like, you know, I see why people don't like AI videos, because it takes away the human aspect of it. At least if you saw like somebody acting in it, you're like, okay, might be a low budget actor, they might do something dumb.
Backup copies to trusted admins in 6 nations. When a Swedish journalist asks how they'll survive the next raid, Frederick doesn't hesitate. We have plans in other countries, we're not stupid. The swagger is earned. They're treating law enforcement as just another network problem to root around. Swedish prosecutors, embarrassed, double down. They comb through seized evidence, building a criminal case. Meanwhile, Pirate Bay posts the actual police warrant on their homepage with sarcastic margin notes. LOL. Good luck with that. Try harder. The trolling is relentless. Users send donations. Traffic climbs to 30 million visits daily. What started under Gottfried's bed now runs on infrastructure spanning 3 continents. The raid meant to destroy them has transformed Pirate Bay into a global phenomenon. In Los Angeles, New York, and London, executives are livid. If a sovereign nation's police can't keep a piracy site down for even 3 days, what does that mean for control of the internet? Boardrooms fill with lawyers.
They are, you know, using the dead internet theory for that exact reason. They were going to flood it with bots. Dead internet theory.
New strategies. Political pressure intensifies. New laws get proposed. The hunters are regrouping. And this time, they're targeting the people, not the servers. A trial is coming that will decide more than just the fate of 3 Swedish hackers. It will test whether the old rules of copyright can survive the age of decentralized networks. The Pirate Bay survived the raid, but now they face something harder to dodge, a courtroom designed to make examples of pirates. Will Gottfried's technical genius translate to a legal defense? And what happens when the establishment decides to imprison the symbol itself? February 16, 2009, Stockholm District Court. 4 men sit at the defense table. Gottfried Svartholm, pale and smirking. Frederick Nye, arms crossed. Peter Sunde, tweeting in real time. Carl Lundstrom, the older businessman who bankrolled early infrastructure. They dub it the Spectrial, a trial designed to be spectacle. They look less like criminals and more like a band showing up for a gig. The prosecution frames them as criminal masterminds who facilitated millions of copyright violations and earned millions in ad revenue.
So they were making bank. I'm telling you, bro, there's no way they weren't balling out of control with that many viewers.
Pirate Bay was perfectly legal under Swedish law, an index, not a host. They never stored copyrighted files, only torrent links outside. protesters in pirate hats rally. Inside every seat is filled with journalists from 30 countries. The trial swings between technical minutiae and philosophical warfare. A prosecutor attempts to explain BitTorrent technology and mangles the details so badly that Gottfried interrupts from the defense table to correct him, drawing laughter from the gallery. Entertainment industry lawyers present charts claiming billions in damages. User letters flood the court describing how Pirate Bay gave them access to culture they couldn't otherwise afford. Documentaries, textbooks, rare films. The judge asks pointed questions about profit motives. The defense points out that ad revenue barely covered hosting costs.
I'm telling you.
Peter Sunda blogs the entire proceeding,
me.
turning the trial into a daily serial for his 100,000 followers.
I can't even.
April 17th, 2009. Judgment Day.
Fuck.
The courtroom is standing room only.
It's bothering me, bro. This AI shit is bothering me.
Guilty on all counts of assisting copyright infringement, each defendant receives 1 year in prison. Collectively, they owe 30 million Swedish kroner, roughly $3.6 million. The judge's tone is stern, clearly intended to send a message to anyone watching. Within minutes, Pirate Bay's homepage updates its logo to a tape-mouthed Mickey Mouse. A silent protest against what they call Disney-backed censorship, Peter Sunda tells reporters the sentence is bicycle locking, meaningless punishment for a victimless crime. Gottfried is notably absent when the verdict is read. That absence is foreshadowing. Appeals begin immediately. Under Swedish law, convictions aren't final until appeals exhaust. Nobody goes to prison yet. In November 2010, the appeals court delivers a mixed ruling. Prison terms get slightly reduced for some defendants, but damages skyrocket to 46 million kroner, over $7 million. It's an impossible sum for 4 guys in their 20s. You can't squeeze blood from a stone, Sunda writes on his blog, pledging that
they gotta have some millions, bro. There's no way.
Single krona will be voluntarily paid. Sweden's Supreme Court refuses to hear further appeals in 2011. The sentences are now final and enforceable. When authorities arrive to collect the defendants, one is missing. Gottfried Svartholm has vanished. Officially, he missed his appeal hearing due to illness. Unofficially, Swedish media reports he's fled to Cambodia. Fredrik Nye relocates to Laos with his wife. Peter Sunda eventually turns himself in after a farewell tour. Speaking at hacker conferences, Carl Lundström serves his brief term under house arrest. But Gottfried, the architect, the coder, the engineer who built the machine, he's gone completely dark. Interpol red notices go out. Swedish diplomats contact Southeast Asian governments.
Why don't they always add us as the bad people in there? This is so racist, man.
How do you arrest a ghost who lives on encrypted communication and moves through countries without extradition treaties? Months pass. Occasional sightings surface. A Swedish expat claims they saw Gottfried at a Phnom Penh internet cafe. Hunched over a ThinkPad WikiLeaks, later acknowledges Svartholm helped build infrastructure for their 2010 cable leaks. He's living exactly like the ideology he coded. Stateless, mobile, impossible to pin down. The Pirate Bay, meanwhile, refuses to die with its founders. In 2012, the site makes a radical evolution. It abandons torrent files entirely, switching to magnet links. A torrent file is a physical target, something police can seize or block. A magnet link is just a text string, a hash. You can't confiscate an equation. No torrent files means less legal hassle, more laws.
Well, I don't even know what the fuck that even means, bro. What in American language are they speaking?
The site's blog announces. The change makes Pirate Bay leaner and nearly impossible to target. They release a compressed backup of the entire site database, just a few gigabytes. Any user can download it and spin up a clone in minutes. The site has become a distributed organism, designed to survive even if every original server burns. By late 2011, traffic to Pirate Bay remains steady at record highs. The convictions didn't slow it. The raids didn't stop it. Users treat the site as if the legal drama is happening in a parallel universe. Gottfried's creation has outgrown him. It doesn't need its founders to survive. But Gottfried's personal story is about to take a darker turn.
It's like Frankenstein,
The Swedish government isn't finished with him, and neither are the Danes. New charges are coming that go far beyond copyright infringement. These charges involve government databases, stolen identities, and allegations that will reframe Gottfried Svartholm from rebel to threat. In a humid apartment in Cambodia, a fugitive hears footsteps in the hallway. Law enforcement has spent 18 months hunting him across Southeast Asia. They've finally closed the distance. What will they find on his laptop?
Damn, bro, how the fuck does that even feel like, bro? Like, when that many fucking police authorities are chasing you, that's insane, bro. That the amount of anxiety you'll be under is astronomical.
They kick down the door. And are the charges waiting for him in Sweden just the beginning? August 30th, 2012, Phnom Penh, Cambodia. A joint task force, Swedish officials and Cambodian police, moves on a waterfront apartment in the capital. The door splinters.
It's that fucking
Inside,
AI video.
They find a bearded 27-year-old hunched over a laptop, surrounded by empty energy drink cans and takeout containers. Gottfried Svartholm is arrested without resistance. Within 72 hours, he's on a flight back to Stockholm, deported at Sweden's urgent request. The pirate who eluded a copyright conviction for 16 months is now in custody to serve his 1-year Pirate Bay sentence. But Swedish prosecutors have bigger plans. They suspect his time off grid wasn't just hiding. They believe he was hacking. New charges hit before he even finishes processing into prison. Unauthorized access to Swedish government databases and attempted bank fraud investigators allege that between 2010 and 2012, while Gottfried was supposedly a fugitive laying low, someone using his computers breached servers at Logica, an IT contractor managing Sweden's tax authority systems. The intrusion accessed national tax IDs for thousands of Swedes and attempted to issue fraudulent
they could do that for him, you know? They have his computer, so they could make it like, you know, let's just add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and now he's getting federal time.
Licenses. Even more audacious, evidence suggests an attempt to penetrate Nordea Bank's systems and initiate unauthorized transfers. The narrative shifts. Gottfried isn't just a copyright rebel anymore. He's being framed as a black hat hacker threatening state infrastructure. Gottfried denies everything. His defense is technical and specific. His laptop was compromised by unknown parties who used it as a proxy. I was a puppet, he tells his lawyer, presenting forensic evidence that malware was found on his machine. Someone remote-controlled his computer to conduct attacks while he was in Cambodia. It's plausible. Security researchers confirm his system was infected, but prosecutors argue he's sophisticated enough to have staged that infection himself. The trial in 2013 is technical, dense, and divided. The Swedish court delivers a split verdict: guilty of hacking into Logica systems and accessing confidential government data. Insufficient evidence on the Nordea Bank charges. That count gets dismissed. The sentence is 2 years in prison, later reduced to 1 year on appeal. Importantly, the judgment acknowledges his computer was compromised by external actors at certain points, but the court rules he still bears responsibility for the government data breach. As he begins serving time in a Swedish prison, another country is preparing their own case. Denmark has been investigating a devastating hack of their own. In 2012, someone breached CSC, a major IT contractor managing Danish police databases and social security systems. The intrusion stole personal identification numbers for millions of...
They are taking his ass to jail for life. They're getting him for everything that they could not find a fucking corporate for. They're like, bro, he did it. Just fuck it, but just he did it. Solved.
Danish citizens and accessed sensitive law enforcement records. It's one of the worst cybersecurity breaches in Scandinavian history. Danish investigators traced chat logs and digital fingerprints to a familiar alias, Anakata. In late 2013, as Gottfried finishes his Swedish sentence, Denmark requests extradition. He's immediately transferred to Copenhagen and placed in solitary confinement. The Danish trial in October 2014 is intense and unforgiving. Prosecutors present evidence of a 6-month intrusion into CSC's mainframes. But his defense doubles down on the evil twin theory.
Wow,
the real person behind those IRC chat handles wasn't Gottfried at all. His co-defendant, a 21-year-old Danish hacker, testifies he met the true Anakata, and it wasn't Svartholm. It's a bold strategy, claiming someone else used Gottfried's alias and equipment to commit the crimes. The jury doesn't buy it. The forensic evidence is overwhelming. Stolen CSC data on his drives, access patterns matching his known equipment, chat logs using his distinctive phrasing. On October 27, 2014, the guilty verdict arrived. The sentence is crushing. 3.5 years in prison, the harshest hacking sentence in Danish history at that point. His co-defendant, portrayed as a minor accomplice, receives a lenient sentence and walks free with time served. Gottfried, hearing the verdict, shows no emotion. 3 years of running.
There's no fucking emotion on that fucking bald-ass face.
2 trials and multiple convictions have drained the fight from his face. September 2015. Gottfried walks out of a Danish prison thin and hardened. Denmark attempts to deport him immediately, but Swedish police rearrest him on the prison steps for a final 1-month sentence. Bureaucratic leftovers from the hacking convictions.
Damn, bro.
By December
bro is like keep getting caught lacking every time he walks out. Like he's like, oh, I'm free. Nah, okay, bro. Why don't y'all just fucking just keep me in here till y'all are like ready? You know, it's like
2015, all debts are paid. He's finally free. His mother meets him at the gates, telling reporters he just wants to sit by a keyboard again after 3 years away from one. Gottfried has lived the complete hacker narrative: creation, glory, exile, conviction, imprisonment, release. And the Pirate Bay? Still online, still serving torrents from servers hosted in locations authorities can't easily reach, maintained by anonymous admins and true believers. The site has outlived multiple raids, dozens of domain seizures, and the imprisonment of all 3 founders.
The internet is undefeated,
It's not as
bro.
dominant as it once was. Streaming services and fragmented file sharing have changed the landscape, but type the URL and you'll find it, or one of countless proxies, still sailing. The Pirate Bay proved a brutal lesson. You can't kill what has no center. But some people never learn. In 2011, a cybersecurity executive named Aaron Barr thought he'd cracked the code he believed he could unmask Anonymous, another faceless, leaderless movement that had already brought down corporations and governments. Barr was so confident, he announced his plan publicly. He'd expose Anonymous's leadership, prove they weren't untouchable, and sell his intelligence to the FBI. He had names, he had evidence, he had a plan. What he didn't have was any idea what he'd just started. Within 72 hours,
I'm literally like, damn, bro, you just cooked yourself. You just cooked yourself.
Anonymous retaliated in a way that would make the Pirate Bay's raids look gentle. They didn't just hack HB Jerry, they dismantled everything Barr had built, piece by humiliating piece. If you want to see what happens when someone declares war...
Look, I seen Anonymous, and when they get upset, bro, they're not to be fucked with, you know? It's like, you know, you don't fuck with Anonymous, you don't fuck with Rock Nation, you know? Listen, we don't want no beef over here, bro. You don't fuck with the Jews. Those are the 3 you don't fuck with, you know? Anonymous, number 1. You know, the Jews are up there for real. You might lose all bank accounts, you know? That might really be not good for you. But you know, that's just a little bit about, you know, what I think, you know. But what does that matter? I'm just a fucking comedian. I have a fucking indent from these damn headphones in my forehead. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the fucking stream. I hope y'all enjoyed the little vibes. I hope the fuck you come back. So hit the like button, hit the notifications, because if you a real one, why would you not? Like if we're being for real. Until next time, take care.